You know that one decision you've literally been turning over in your mind for days now? Yeah, that one. You can probably feel the weight of it pressing down on your chest right this second. It's an absolutely agonizing reality, isn't it? Just being totally paralyzed by a choice that simply will not let you go. You think about it in the shower, you're turning it over while driving in the car, and it races through your head right before you try to go to sleep. And yet, after all of that mental gymnastics, you remain exactly where you started. You're exhausted. You're stuck. And, if we're being honest, you're deeply afraid of making the wrong choice. The thing is, you've done all the right things. You've made the lists, you've meticulously weighed the pros and cons, and you have imagined every possible scenario. But despite exhausting all of those logical methods, you still feel completely confused. So if that is how you're feeling right now, just stay with me for a moment. Go ahead and take a deep breath. This little moment of peace, it's specifically for you. Now, long ago, King Solomon, who, by the way, is remembered not for asking God for wealth, but for asking for wisdom, left behind a really beautiful piece of advice. And the great thing is, it doesn't read like some rigid, cold command. Instead, it sounds way more like the gentle words of a father speaking to his child who's right on the verge of entering adulthood, just offering some practical, honest guidance for the road ahead. He wrote this: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will make your paths straight." What's really fascinating here is what this wisdom doesn't say. It doesn't say stop thinking. I mean, your mind is a profound gift from God, and he absolutely expects you to use it. But trusting doesn't mean turning off your brain. It just means realizing that relying entirely on your own logic is kind of like leaning your full body weight on a really fragile walking stick. Eventually, it might snap. Because no matter how brilliant you are, you only see a tiny fraction of the picture. God, however, is sort of like a giant GPS that sees the entire map. He knows the traffic, the hidden detours, and the absolute safest route. But utilizing that GPS doesn't mean you just kick back, close your eyes, and let go of the wheel. No, you've got to keep your hands on the wheel. You keep driving, remaining alert, and making choices. To acknowledge him in all your ways simply means you stop pretending you alone know the entire route. You actively invite God into the highly practical, everyday areas of your life. We're talking about your work, your finances, your relationships, and especially those really difficult Monday morning decisions, not just the stuff we typically label as spiritual. And let's be totally upfront about something here. This is definitely not some magical formula that guarantees everything will turn out perfectly, nor is it a promise of a life totally free from difficulties. When it says he will make your paths straight, it does not mean the road is going to be incredibly easy or that it will never hurt. It simply means he will gradually clear away the obstacles, ensuring that you will not walk alone. Often, God's direction doesn't arrive as this complete, fully illuminated roadmap. Honestly, sometimes it is simply just enough light for the very next step. So what does this actually look like? What can you practically do today? Well, here is a really clear three-part action plan. First up, name the decision. Literally write it down exactly as it is without any extra embellishment. Getting it out of your swirling head and onto a physical piece of paper helps quiet the mental noise almost instantly. It's actually amazing how well that works. All right, second step, honestly check your motivations. Ask yourself, from what place are you actually making this decision? Look at it squarely, with zero self-judgment. Is your choice currently being driven by a fear of scarcity, or is it driven by faith? Are you acting out of a frantic rush to just resolve things and be done with it? Or are you acting from a place of calm? Are you moving out of pride, or are you resting in trust? And finally, the third step. Before making your move, quietly acknowledge God with a brief prayer of surrender. And hey, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can simply be something like, "Lord, my understanding is limited, and I am afraid of making a mistake. Today, I release my need to control the outcome. I surrender this decision to you. I do not want to rely solely on my own prudence. I really want to trust that you see what I cannot see. Make my path straight and grant me the wisdom to act when the time is right. Amen." Now, if you open your eyes after that, and you still lack total clarity, that is perfectly okay. Seriously. Trusting God isn't about having all the answers immediately downloaded into your brain. It is about choosing to move forward while holding fast to the one who does have the answers. So keep praying, keep thinking, seek out wise counsel, and then just take whatever small step you are actually able to take today. If this brought you even just a little bit of peace, save this message to revisit before your next crossroads, or share it with someone you know is standing at one right now. So what is the one small step you can surrender today? One verse, one step, every day.